oba ne se yese wo hwe ye mra hodo e wo man mu a Ghana ye obi pa ne mum emra bia ni wa ema ye bra se obi ekasa na bra bonsi ni ye na ono nso osore a wo nsore ntem da bia se wo da ni na nadwen ye ne sa abrewatia bi ene wo ye no na wo kompaebo na osofo bi a ono so nhunu de obeye ekasa abrewa no na ye wo se kim fo ba fia timetwem fia bi egu abrewa saa emrewa no so wo muduru saa stage na wo mudidi me kora no mutumi ka so mo meye obo no bebre ya obo hu so no akasa kora ka ai Yesu kora mnam ku no cheso mo keka nsem bebre na wakwa adwen akoye so mo ye baifo na saa di kotso ama enkran ne nkura kese no mu kora de ye small thing na mo ko esre mu a uduru ho agambaga which is camp yi se bo ho nie wo fie ye kasa wo ye baifo se kim de obeye ene se obeye ntem na waso a nkukugya na waba ho oba wo mo agyew wo mo wo hene kora woda no ye beye amamre na kyese agyew do atena ho ti wudu wa wo mo ati ho nyina yebu ne se wo mo ya baifo se ye nokre se nye nokre yenim enye no nko a wo ho a na nipa bi na ye birim no a mekai abaya bi a mekoye ni case amamata ye twa na su akwakotena wuram ni nyina ne se osofo bi kokrom ho ekwakwa nyamesem ene ye de amamata koma ne se amatwa epilepsy bi wono so enti bompaye ma ne enko sofo bompaya etwa na nko ohunu de onka nanimu ye agu asenti obeka de atene ho ane se amamata ebaifo na ne bayi no wo motena na so de ne tuntina ne twa na anu aye den sa no abusua amamata so anu mo de koto kwayem ene wada hwa ne du dwabre a ototomu a konkura ne bi ase koso kodi pa kakra na koba ne se wanya bi kura no a boys na ho no wo mo afro no ewo mu ana amamata banyem wo wuram ho no wa no de tatra blade no de atwa hawa wo fa mu na anya agoro obi antumi anka na asem bi ama no a sa mra ise na nka ho a ke bi mu ho kyere wo mo se witwa emre wo mbobo ho ema eye madina mra hwebedwani Francis Abieso su na champion ne ye dendenden ya gya tumu ama ya passe se wontumi nhwe obi anim se ya enkasa sa de ne se ye mfiamfia no ya nipa na ma obewe ana se de osi kasa ana se bia obi okra yesusa no bohunu na papa bi no ta woro ne mpaboa no wone nam no kosa anopa sei yesi wo e baifo ne anim se sa woro mpaboa na nante a abo no massage wo foot no massage body organs na ma ho to ye de ne nti azenti yesi wo baifo enti sa bre no se mre wo ho a nka nipa ho kyere ne papa ye de sa asem ya basem obi a ma obi abaye bio asofo ka ho akonfo ka ho meka ho wo ka ho ebi emre ye kodu na nado anim 14 days no atwam a che parliamentarians na adwa Harry Naidrisu a member of parliament Tamale South no say esremu de sa asem ye na efe ho pa na da na nado ayi nani ana opese still ye mo manfo nkumo mo so mo ya baifo wo si da bi we de nana
refer you to Article 106, in particular 106.8 of the Constitution, even though you've captured the words that the appropriate thing be done. The Speaker, the Constitution provides that where the President refuses to assent to a bill, he shall within 14 days after the refusal, state in a memorandum to the Speaker any specific provisions of the bill which in his opinion should be reconsidered by Parliament, including his recommendations for amendment if any, or B, inform the Speaker that he has referred the bill to the Council of State for consideration and comment under Article 90 of this Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the rest follows. How many days since the clerk authenticated in your words this particular bill of amendment to the Witchcraft Act? And Mr. Speaker, I'm raising this issue because this House should never ever set a precedent where the President refuses to assent to a bill and can walk away as if that he has the mandate.
And was say my yentna say and share a bino sa say yatnas ya bobo adie bi ho na ya gya to na ye de ensasha se de kodu nanimwa na wakana na to so say alata mwemwe emfa no ho enya de a wode nsa ekwakwahya ase wo se da sa de ne de etia emra wakan wie ye na efi so speaker abehwe se won nsa kakra ta bi ana senchemu bi speaker say meka bi right Honorable Speaker, Alban Kingsford Sumani Babin, and watcher say, somehow can there no credit no question say, me and Cassadia Mensan can crack Tabian free presidency. I just say, Sir, I bay for Mranoa, Emma Yamubia bay you grow frofuno, say, I'm on penit in Sasha, say, was it debi. Bibia, Sir, Emma Messia. No besign a cassinipi, say, Emrabia Yamra, say, Emranich, say, Parliament Ebo Assembia ho, no mujitumwa, ye won nebia answer say traswa. And the Soman Penny, Ubu Parliament and Imtiasa.
Parliament as an institution must be taken seriously by everybody in this country. It's for good reason that the framers of the Constitution mandated Parliament to pass laws. And Article 106 is very clear. It says the power of Parliament to make laws shall be exercised by bills passed by Parliament and assented to by the President. And 106.7 says, where a bill passed by Parliament is presented to the President for assent, he shall signify within 7 days after the presentation to the Speaker that he assents to the bill or that he refuses to assent to the bill, unless the bill has been referred by the President to the Council of State under Article 90 of this Constitution. These are clear provisions, and this must be followed by all. This bill was passed by Parliament at the second meeting before we went on recess.
Alban Kingsford Sumani Babin, and one more here on Facebook and TV, so my own so be beside the Speaker, your friend Samuel Ousu. Now, all your henny and answer, or try sell by your henny and answer will be nabe chokente. And what dress is say, Sammy and answer on born a basso. Everyone born a basso, mamma, no promotions.
Such a immunity. Chammy Modavibia.
Are they?
No, Speaker of Parliament.
And only a honor. But oh, your baby or your day, where you'll be the share, Yanako, baby, I Parliament, but and the Speaker, and the owner said, in your magugu no hosano, wa fan of one, my well, who say yes, wa fan of a mamma pa, when the shanity, the Dan Kumus, a good dear pa, and not Nansana so the media Italia. Yay! Obulufu, bro, your friend to me, and Dahui. The Speaker, and what fan of hosano. I was have one, we see you, young call Dom Dodono, Womo, and the General Edema Bang. And in Tia be an aban winch the movie. And I'm so my honorable say chairman Sabunsu and a dad Dom Dodona and Wopejan and says Speaker man a choir. Was you and yes, say be an anado, epese, ye boa bay for Ghana ha, and I say beer, a yen de say or one near Cassiway bay for Emma bay for fans near Deno, and they be or pesses our fans, and if you they be antissa, and a batting chimukakra, or yented your kind.
And I've had calls to discuss this with the Speaker. After the passage of the bill, the usual things that we do, we came back and going through it, we saw major issues. That is from Parliament itself. And then we had some conversation with the Speaker that we need, and also inform the President that there are fundamental issues with the bill which has been passed by Parliament, which prompted the President to indicate that he would then have to have some conversation with the Speaker on this matter. Unfortunately, at the time, the Speaker was not available. And when the Speaker came, the President was also not available, I think on many occasions. And so that has contributed to
the matter still being on the burner.
Honorable Sir Chairman Sabonsu Ena Oteneno, or say Bra President Bay ready, next speaker, you ready, speaker, ready, a president in you ready. I say, Womo run a shift to be son or a bruchawa dianibi, or Barney Free Juma, Banana Bay Man, so quite Juma, we be hab of Franca Crana, or see any be Pepper Namasa Billy. Acheno enti nyese omampani ebwapa na wontu anamo ema ye manenye krem se obi behu obi na waka se oibefo sasa amra yi omampani nya den sa hya ase a wonnim na ne obi nya ntokwa hwe nu wanka se hey eni baye bi wo bayifo eno ano no sa amra we wo kachu nya je adwuma ye mo obi a baye bio asikire nyina no
na obunu benso ya na yen kasakwa se bia kairibom o de man fans who shall say kairibom
witchcraft kairibom ye den
baby for guy name no
they say mon ka bayifo bio
kana se becho dia kairibom
any odokono o say any okenke o say wa dan no ti any wo different name bia betumi de ama no anadwoboja kora betumi achew because you inference more friends in windows what done obetumi achew still na so obi iti mensa daily guy draw a cartoon and no moment tribal mark no they call court say my lord the sheep was me omo draw no sheep no moment say my lord the sheep was me no mo say prove the entire sheep ni on say my lord you see the tribal mark to car no ko prove but still I wait and went me win it nti yanko ya ni but me so open to 9 no memfa nhefia bayifo
ukade be na otwemi enu pepepe na oman foto sanfo yeru akanoforiata wono no ankasa ne kesen omampani na nado danko kufuado omokom tibo ho premprensi wa nanko kama ana onde afie be huram na kofma bosika koto mrase bedwafo anim na ye wie pe na ose ebobo ho ne hu se de nsema mo kan no de ye ene de enye enna wo mudi nkoma na eye ada mrase bedwani ono anso ne dom kuma no wo ye tuni abedi akire ma me kwafo do ye kujo wasore no ochese na nade ono kazi munye hu na mosi Ghana enwuma eye Ghana ankasa edia ye peso mo giro mo naso ne produce bebre de kwama ne koton na sika $1 no na ho de kwafom ne adenti mo yi eto ade afiri enwumaku atesa eso eye nkan de eye ne nkote a sanitary PADS eye ne Ghana ha no mo yi afiri so no ochese ma me nanado enya no kreda na de eye ne ha no ye fra na mo ase enu kra de enhye de anye entuma ne yedada kakra bi na so hwene so ba betu agua no apa bi na yetia wa shape ne kama tenten eno enana ema no ede emo na Kofi sensuo to na bia do si no ma ni ho na wo rase akoyi na se ba kotwo ani so o hwa onye ni pa bio samo ase no
sa
o hwa ase de super glue 3 seconds no ene start na afra na de ase
menim etimi ye den every day
nam me obusami me mesi bi da na mala chire
no etimi yiro den
pa no Leviticus scratch trese so ba wa so dem na eba yanyini front ten so dance no ye dware so dan no so ntete no eba ne apama wa frifie nti na se okofi chire na yimu nyina kogu fichire wa eba ese so tena fie eno da nchen a eno aduane ma be ma bi ne bi nche so obu ne nsa de a o menu aduane wapra wanya accident wo nsa nya accident sa ne kan ti wa nko fichira obebu nsa nchi sa de no sa amose no na dangerous before ni asa jizo kwa
it can cut
so
den
ana ma me eye comfort do e de bia ba emra se bedwafie eno a che se e ma hia we bio
odi bia nkasa like
what is sanitary PADS ero ba ku bi o say traditional rag amwase
mo nyimi ahwe wo Facebook like no oyi odi amwase ne bi bai hey mama
o demonstrate say eno ya amwase
hey we no kokko we ni bi no we ni na ba say we kra de we mo
de central o demonstrate
no but we bi na no mu use no o mu use ama ne che to bon say ena na kokko nso say ya krama hu anu opo
so mo chese mo jale se yesu ba wa beto na mema bakra de se bi no tro atumi ye yi o mo ye yi so ena ne efi ho behwe
ye yi ama ne mereka no ma na atwa
Angel
no tokoko enti ma mi comfort do ye e chese no kranie na na do nwene Ghana ba ho Adia friend Samuel say, and our person you taxi free so. Ghana for the woman was say. And ya said, "Dear Ghana and Namena, a bomb hobra, Ediduam honey." And to us, say ye a norma, to every norma soa. Could the infant and twinche, near Shamu Padia, Sanitary PADS, and a Ghana my here. And no pody, we are no what dispose. We are anti and I Madamusi. So, yes, 2 years now quite actually. Now we are quick come and now call ya a dear me aboy some mamma, or say I must say a time 12 no, may ye free so. Mummy say, my make comfort day, Nessa maybe.
Zero tax on condom. The same thing we are pleading that for women, this is our pride, and it is not our fault to menstruate. These rural communities are suffering when it comes to menstruation. This is 20 Ghana in the market. And I spoke to the girls in the rural communities. I want to run myself as vice chairperson for the women caucus in this house. And I asked them how they afford to get it. And the women told me, those who have 4 girls, said I have 4 girls who are in their poverty stage and they are menstruating. They cannot use 100 Ghana a month to buy for them because they cannot afford 3 square meals for them in a day. So what they resort to is to use this one for them. And Mr. Speaker, this is what the girls in the rural communities are using. That's why we are crying. That allowed them to also get this one free of charge. Mr. Speaker, after inquiry, this is not disposable. They wash it. After using, they wash it. And because they feel shy to hang it in the dry sand, they hang it in their rooms. We are crying. We are pleading. It's a pity. Go and investigate. Mr. Speaker, I will tender the 2 evidence. This one is something that is nature. It's nature. Nature that is hunting these women.
Adamra Sebejani, a Rakoni, Doyo Kujo.
Comfort Doyo Kujo Ganza. The English is English.
sh0ck.
Aye. What's your bet tender winning in Adia?
Oh. I know actually say a man is the same honey and Kofi and look at it no man no to meet your mask.
Upon Dominic say the kind of man was struggle to understand the name.
Oh, somebody catch him. So say that now this way a tour every local producer in this way.
A tour
now where you fish no.
Okay.
Sanitary PADS there or Ghana the na ye kraban when ye nemum the air hayano. And where you free soon or just a debby, as answer one way. Now you should not know near any Ghana Hano, and we are more saying, and
to Dominic and one no
near friend at time. Aye, to your baby or sister, Tomatia, not a Tamaferry. So I said, Tomania, Tanu Begu for. When you need granted beer. So no, we are pet and at what is my Sabajani was saying a swap over the trophy of Mexico Samso, a rare young for Abna or say SRH say. Sir, a bear a tam, Sabia more say another sanitary pad. The Hianasan and Nadu are Ghana for home, and you may quahudra a year of May and you may know what the ASA at 12 eta Wadama, Yama Wadam Abaso.
We all as women appreciate this, and that is why government, as a first step, is taking out or removing the taxes on these locally manufactured sanitary towels. And as a first step, Mr. Speaker, all the raw materials that are used, that are imported to produce sanitary towels, we are bringing the revenue measure to Parliament to take out the import duties. And also, Mr. Speaker, beyond that, the locally manufactured ones too, government is taking out the VAT. And that is the first step because, Mr. Speaker, these businesses will also have to thrive. And so we need to start from somewhere. And that is why government is taking up these initiatives to introduce these ones. Mr. Speaker, in as much as we share in the plight of this, clearly we have to start from somewhere. And this is the initiative we have in the budget. When you go through the budget from 266, paragraph 266 to paragraph 281, Mr. Speaker, Yes, I understand what the leader on the other side is doing. But we also have to tell the people of Ghana the truth, what government has done to address this. So respectfully, Mr. Speaker, even as she's making her point, she also has to admit that it is in the budget. For the people to also know that clearly she's read what is in the budget and maybe she's asking for more. But if you haven't read or mentioned anything in the budget and you are just going on and on and on and on without reference to what government has done, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a house of records and that must be made clear. Thank you very much, Mr.
Aha, dobia baby, I to ho. Near the Abana Basso Dachibi, and Nunti so a cassa, a mosio, a tamo, a diano, Missanoada, the Abano Iron in here, and no answer or seeing any general, now Cassana, a man for Ebony. Now, and what Chena, air chammy penny and Cassan, I don't know, and a Euro speaker. Alban Babin, air chester, one crowd, what that you have on Chassis. A dear Bonino ba aye, Sabosumi acquainted to a becona and no ho, ye genitor. Now, sir, and now we are about a true crowd. Just about it, oh, Henny Sumaya, oh, we were in Swing.
It is not right to tax the period of any woman. It's not right. Tax the period. When you tax sanitary pads and pads, it's taxing their period. But the proposal has come to eliminate it, and that is what we are looking at. She is just buttressing the point. Why you should propose those things? Because of the reality. So she is not against the proposals, but she is trying to let you see that you are right in making those proposals, but there's still something more to be done. That's all what she's saying. So I want to assure you that we will hear from the women. The women will actually be here in Parliament to present a petition. We will hear from the women. And I think that, yes, as we cry for more, we also need to take care that we have a transitional period, a roadmap that will ensure that there is no shortage in the country. Yes, there are 3 countries, there were 3 countries locally manufacturing the sanitary pads and the rest. One had to relocate because of the cost of doing business. With what has happened, we will definitely get the person coming back, the company coming back to Ghana.
Emra Saba Jafia Chame Penny, our banking sportsman at Bagman Amoten and Cano, say a 20 identity, a Majuma Bacocradi agree. Now say if you swear, Quabias no hand of a crab Basaba, never be a Akwe Kama, and in see a Namra Saba Jafia and Sabu, a Chima and a Brayo and Ansem, na and Yasagunda Eugene Boachi. Was Srasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasrasras me so many. Mr. Dear, who said that said this at time. Who near no saying to trouble ya Debbie Odi, my men, the one either. Or then cray. Into our bedroom. Now, Debbie, I could trouble. Into one yea. Our mammy did do our winning. Into our bedroom. And yes, you cross what in your
Sir?
Now, a country of Mr. Wanda. I'm off.